CBS News chief congressional correspondent Nancy Cordes is with us from Capitol Hill. Nancy, we have talked a lot about the vast difference between more conservative Republicans versus centrist Republicans and how they think this Obamacare situation can be fixed. The House had a lot of disagreements, but somehow they managed to pass a bill. What is going on in the Senate that they cannot find common ground?
Well, Senate Republicans simply don't have the same size of majority that House Republicans do. In the House, Republicans could afford to lose about 22 members, most of them moderates. They still only passed their bill by one Republican vote, but they had more wiggle room. You also have a situation where in recent years, the House Republican Conference has shifted to the right. So, you had more of a consensus on the House side than you do on the Senate side, where Republicans only have a 52-48 majority over Democrats. And so in all of these deliberations, if just 3 Republicans said, I'm out, they could no longer pass their plan. And we saw that most starkly yesterday when just 14 hours after McConnell said, OK, I've run out of options. The last thing on the table is we're just going to vote for a straight up repeal without a replacement. He already knew that moderates like Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski and Shelley Moore Capito of West Virginia would come out and say, no way, we don't think that that's responsible. It's really going to roil the insurance markets. And so, there are signs that from the beginning, McConnell realized that it was going to be much more difficult to push a repeal and replacement plan through the Senate than it was in the House. And it was pretty difficult, Anne Marie, over there, too.
Right. That's true. So we just threw up photos of the 4 senators who are opposed to the repeal-only sign. 3
Right.
of them are women. Can we read anything into that?
Not necessarily, except for the fact that, most of the women who are in the Senate Republican Conference do happen to be moderates. And it's an interesting dichotomy because some of them are not from particularly purple states. Lisa Murkowski is from Alaska. That's a pretty red state. Shelley Moore Capito is from West Virginia, where President Trump won by about 40 points. But she also comes from a state where a lot of people rely on Medicaid. And she clearly felt pretty safe going out on a limb here and saying, as much as my voters would like to see Obamacare repealed, they want to see it replaced by something that is still going to protect them. And in very stark language, she said, I didn't come to Congress to hurt people. So she clearly feels comfortable that her voting population is going to be behind her when she says, I'm pumping the brakes. We as a party are not going to put forward a plan to repeal Obamacare unless people know what they're going to be getting instead.
So then what is next with this health care fight? I mean, even though it looks like the repeal plan only is dead, is there a possibility that McConnell will actually hold a vote?
Yep, he says he's going to hold that vote early next week, and that might seem counterintuitive, but he's doing it for a few reasons. First of all, you have a lot of Republicans in the Senate who wanted to vote for all 3 of his proposals and have been very frustrated that a handful of moderate Republicans and in some cases very conservative Republicans were able to stop them. And so they want everyone to go on the record. They want these moderate senators, and it's a mistake to think that there's only 4 of them. That's just the 4 who have come out publicly. We're likely to see more of them vote no when this vote actually takes place this week. But Senate Republicans who are voting yes want to force those moderates to basically, explain themselves, explain why 2 years ago, when President Obama was in office, they voted yes on this exact same bill. But now that they know that it could actually become law, they're saying that they would vote no. It's both of those things that are driving Leader McConnell to take a vote that he knows he's going to fail. He also needs to show House Republicans and the main Republican in the White House, President Trump, that he has exhausted every option. He has tried everything, and he simply can't pass a repeal bill with Republicans alone.
Nancy Cordes, thank you so much.
You're welcome.